Hello everyone, and welcome to virtual Misawa Airfest Day 2. Today is a little bit of a shorter day, but we have a great lineup. Our lineup today is Virtual Spectres in the Japanese F4, Virtual Strike Test Demo, Virtual B1B Lancer Demo, Virtual Growler Air Show Team, Virtual Raptor Demo, and Virtual Snowbirds 2012 CF18 Demo. We'll be starting shortly once we start getting the feed from the first team. Alright, everyone. Make some noise for the virtual specters and their Japanese F4. Um, Give them some love in the chat. Up next, we have another returning demo that has been at many of our shows, the Virtual Strike Test demo. They fly the F-18F Super Hornet. I believe they're flying something different at this show. I could be wrong. But without further ado, let's get into the next demo.
thrills cheap. Said you left him for good this time. Still, if you knew I was here, you'd wanna kill me. But it's time you met the real me. Filthy, but wasn't always will be. You pill me, feeling I'll still be your addiction. You can touch a prescription, but don't feel me. I'll let you see my dark side, but like a mic check, you got 1, 2. So when the sparks fly, we hit the flight deck and got sprung like an ejector seat from an F-15. But tonight we don't need those pills, it's the effects of each other, but we gon' build. Cause I will want your ecstasy.
scars. What I want you to want, what I want you to feel. But it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So let go, I'm watching you. Turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. But I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. Turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. Time won't take this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. A little bit insecure, a little unconfident, cause you don't understand to do what I can, but sometimes I don't make sense. Which you never want to say, but I've never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So let go, watching you. Turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. But I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me.
Alright, everyone. Give it up for the virtual strike test demo. Give them some love in the chat. Tell them what they could work on. Everyone loves some positive, constructive criticism. Up next, we have the B1B Lancer. We'll be getting the feed for that demo very shortly, so make sure you stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of the show. Alright, everyone. Give the B1 demo some love in the chat. It was a bit of a shorter demo, but then again, the B1 can't, do as much as a normal fighter aircraft. But as you saw in that demo, it can do quite a lot. But up next, we have the Virtual Growler Airshow team. We'll be getting the feed from their team very shortly, so stay tuned.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the United States Navy and Electronic Attack Squadron 129, based out of Naval Air Station Whidbey Island in Washington, we'd like to welcome you once again to the virtual Misawa Airfest. My name is Kyle Hall, call sign Duke from Portland, Oregon, the team safety officer and narrator for today's demonstration. Flying in Growler 1 and leading our two-ship formation is Luke Foster, call sign Shuggy, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And in his backseat is his electronic warfare officer, Levi Kiernan, call sign Tango, from Dubuque, Iowa. Anchored on Shuggy's right wing is Growler 2, Aaron Cuban Lara, from Las Vegas, Nevada, with his electronic warfare officer, Santana Pinker, call sign Pinky, from Green Bay, Wisconsin. What you are about to witness is only a small fraction of what the future of your United States Navy possesses. The plane you are about to witness is a Boeing EA-18G, better known as the Growler, the white hat hacker cousin of the U.S. Navy's frontline fighter, the F-18 Super Hornet. The Growler is an American carrier-based electronic warfare aircraft and is also the youngest member of the naval aviation tree. This demonstration flown today will demonstrate the Growler's maneuvering characteristics put to work in the tactical arena. Now, to the right, the Growlers will begin their takeoff roll. This will further demonstrate how quickly the Growler accelerates to demonstrate this maneuver with safe parameters. And once they approach the end of the runway, they will split in fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a proper introduction to today's demonstration. From the left, your 18G Growlers in the split break. To the left, Shuggy will now demonstrate the raw power of the EA-18G's two General Electric F414 engines in a Cobra maneuver, producing just up to 44,000 pounds of thrust. Shuggy will aggressively pitch the aircraft into the vertical, followed by a negative G pushover to level.
You need a shotgun blast, a kick in the ass, so
Following in close and behind, that was Cuban and Growler 2, demonstrating the tactical surprise of the EA-18G. The job of a naval aviator is not complete until the aircraft have landed on the pitching deck of an aircraft carrier. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention now to the left as Shuggy sets up for a simulated carrier break at sea. Using a visual landing system, the pilot makes his way to a precise location on the carrier deck. The ability to land on U.S. naval aircraft carriers at sea is not only a requirement, but a standard that all naval aviators must master. The approach to the carrier is often the most dangerous part of a naval aviator's mission. Landing your aircraft at roughly 130 miles an hour on a few hundred feet of floating steel is extremely difficult. Growler 1 will now showcase that challenge. Approaching the end of the runway, Shuggy simulates a wave-off, which is when a naval aircraft is not able to land because of an unsafe approach due to either being too high or too low. .556, 3/4 of a mile. Call the ball.
556, Grizzly Ball 6.9.
Roger, ball, you're on glide slope. You're on center line. Keep it coming. Easy with it. Little power to catch. Wave off, foul deck. With both growlers now formed up, they will approach from behind and overhead for a beautiful overhead break. Let's watch as both pilots gracefully break away from each other and reposition for their next maneuver. Surprise airshow fans! That was Shuggy and Cuban sneaking up on you one last time to demonstrate the tactical surprise and high-speed flight of the Growler. Direct your attention now in front of the crowd as both Growlers reposition for another break maneuver. Instead, this time, they will turn towards each other to give the effect as if they're hitting.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Look out! Pop, pop, it's showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Shut up. I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to get the color red, the blues. Woo, shit. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up.
Shuggy and Cuban will once again showcase the impressive high AOA capability of the EA-18G. When they reach show center, they will show you how quickly they can go from 300 to 150 knots in the infamous tactical pitch.
Everybody's going to the party, have a real good time. Dancing in the desert, blowing up the sunshine.
Kneeling roses disappearing into Moses' drive out, breaking into Fort Knox, stealing our intentions. Anger sitting, gripped in oil, crying freedom. I think we did it this time. There's something in the air inside the starshine. There's something in the air we'll never know. I can feel it.
From the left, watch as both aircraft stay in sync as they pull back on the stick, standing on their tails straight into the vertical at 230 knots. Growler 1 on the right, Growler 2 on the left. This is the Dual Cobra.
Burning all aglow. Now we reap what we sow. Infected. We turn with challenge for all mankind. The preacher man is warning of the end times. The weather that
Electronic Attack Squadron 129 was established in 1961, first flying the Douglas A-3 Sky Warrior. From then, they transitioned to the EA-6B Prowler in 1984, and in 2006, they transitioned to the plane you're watching fly today, the EA-18G Growler. As both pilots reposition, we would like to thank all of our veterans in attendance today for making the ultimate sacrifice to ensure justice and freedom. We now ask that you get your cameras ready to capture this picture-perfect formation pass. Ladies and gentlemen, to the right, the photo pass.
I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on the muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a fin-found Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. Yeah, I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on the muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a fin-found Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. Missed you, yeah. Every roommate kept awake.
Both Growlers are now repositioning once again to crowd left to set up for the reaction brake, similar to a carrier brake at sea. This landing brake by both aircraft will further demonstrate the aircraft's repositioning ability to get on the pitching deck of an aircraft carrier quickly.
Only when I stop to think about it. Every time we lie awake, after every hit we take, every feeling that I get, but I
I ain't many that are built like me. I'm the last of my kind. Grew up on the back road, baby. I know how to survive. Being out with the young guns blazing, so you better not try. You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind. I'm the last of my kind.
We hope you've enjoyed today's EA-18G Growler demonstration and have gained a better appreciation for an understanding of the rich heritage and continuing development of U.S. carrier aviation. For those of you in the crowd who represent America's leadership of tomorrow, we hope you've been inspired by what you've seen here today and will consider joining the Naval Aviation team. For updates on the team and upcoming events, be sure to join our Discord or talk to us after the show. On behalf of the virtual Growler Airshow team, we thank you for coming out and we hope you enjoy the rest of today's event. Fly Navy!
Alright everyone, that concludes the virtual Growler performance. Give them some love in the chat. Up next, we have one that most likely everybody's been waiting for the whole show. Up next, we have the virtual Raptor demo. Followed by that, we do have an interview. So if you probably noticed in the chat, we have a little Q&A available. By the looks of it, the Q&A is not available on mobile, unfortunately. I am viewing that through my phone. But if you're on PC, ask away in the Q&A that I have posted in the chat, and your question may be featured on stream. But yeah, we're going to be waiting now for the feed to come through, and we're going to be going on to the next demo. So sit back and enjoy.
God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And on behalf of the United States Air Force, the Commander of Air Combat Command, General Ken Wilsbach, and all the men and women of Air Combat Command, we welcome you to today's F-22 demonstration. I am the virtual F-22 demonstration team superintendent and narrator, Jorge Sugar Luis from Houston, Texas. And as a proud member of the virtual F-22 Raptor demonstration team, it is my distinct pleasure to describe for you today a combat capability demonstration by the world's most technologically advanced 5th generation stealth fighter aircraft in the world. The Raptor's mission is air dominance, and it supports our joint forces and our allies to freely operate in today's joint fight, anywhere, anytime. And now, introducing your 2025 Virtual F-22 Raptor demonstration team. From Gilbert, Arizona, our technical specialist, Andrew Duck Reed. From Las Vegas, Nevada, our public affairs specialist and our man with the camera, Aaron Cuban Laura. From Dubuque, Iowa, our safety observer and virtual F-22 Raptor pilot, Levi Tango Kiernan. And your 2025 Virtual Raptor demonstration pilot, an aspiring Air Force airman with more than 7,000 hours of multi-platform flight simulation experience and over 30 hours of real flight time. From Lexington, Kentucky, Nathan Sheldon Schneller. You are about to witness the extreme maneuver capabilities by the most advanced and most lethal fighter aircraft in the United States Air Force. The F-22 you see today is an unmodified and fully combat capable aircraft. While we can't share everything that makes the F-22 Raptor the most lethal fighter aircraft in the world, we will show you its raw power and thrust vector maneuver capabilities as it executes maneuvers that no other aircraft in the world can perform, pushing it to the absolute limit in today's demonstration. It is a true first look first shot, first kill weapon system. The Raptor plays a vital role in the defense of this nation and represents your Air Force's dedication to aim high, fly, fight, and win, and ensuring our ability to beat any challenge at any time, under any condition, anywhere in the world. As today's demonstration begins from your right, you will see the Raptor execute the maximum power takeoff, producing over 70,000 pounds of thrust from its powerful Pratt & Whitney F119 engines. At a safe altitude, the shuttle will literally flip the aircraft, reversing its flight path and roll while diving straight down.
For control, Raptor 1's going for a high show. Fly good, don't suck.
So now it's time to stand up, move forward, and get ready. The show is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the most feared and baddest aircraft in the world today, your United States Air Force's F-22 Raptor! The Raptor's advanced flight control systems combined with its powerful engines enable it to pull over 9 times the force of gravity. Watch now from the right as the Raptor demonstrates its tight turning capability with the minimum radius holes of the turn and then powers straight into the vertical. And then watch the shuttle whips the Raptor around on the dime and gives you 9 cents for change in the amazing J turn reposition. Alright, Sheldon, let's turn and burn. The firepower of the Raptor consists of a lethal combination of 8 missiles and up to 8 precision satellite-guided bombs. In order for the Raptor to remain stealthy, it must attain a sleek profile, which requires all weapons to be stored internally. The Raptor is the first supersonic, multi-role, and highly maneuverable stealth fighter in the world with the fully internal combat weapons load. Ready your cameras and look to the left as the Raptor banks in low and cycles its weapons bay doors. Folks, if you've been wondering where those bombs and missiles hide, here is your answer. Gentlemen, on behalf of the Virtual Raptor demo team, we stand proud today as we dedicate this next pass to those hardworking active duty servicemen and women deployed on the road's front lines and their families supporting them due to today's joint fight. We also render this high-speed salute to the servicemen and veterans of America, Japan, and our allies, the families who support them, and those wounded or lost in service to their country. This will be your best photo opportunity, so get those cameras ready to capture this salute. Now, from behind and over your right shoulder, the Virtual F-22 Raptor demo team proudly presents the Dedication Pass. The F-22 possesses the ability to point its source at will, even at extremely slower speeds and high angles of attack. Watch closely as the aircraft pulls into the vertical and executes 2 consecutive 360-degree aileron rolls. Add after the jet will flip backwards and level off. Execute an immediate 360-degree flat turn and reverse that turn in the opposite direction, all under 3,500 feet of altitude and under complete control. The Raptor will quickly reposition and show you more of what those flight control systems and engines can do. As Sheldon executes the power loop, he will demonstrate why the Raptor is unrivaled in vertical fights as it carves through a loop and doubles its altitude. At the top of the loop, you see the Raptor rotate around one spot in the sky using the vector thrust with 2 powerful engines, which literally flip the aircraft through the vertical and back to level flight. Ladies and gentlemen, the F-22 Raptor's Tokyo Drift Power Loop. Many jets can turn tight, many jets can roll quickly, and many jets can climb fast, but not many can slide. Watch now from behind as the Raptor flies overhead and pulls straight into the vertical. And then under complete control, you will see the F-22 Raptor defy the laws of physics and actually slide backwards. The Raptor's low speed, high alpha handling characteristics are not only crucial, but exceptional. As Sheldon repositions the crowd right, the Raptor will slow down to less than 90 knots and load up on a high angle of attack. After the pass, you will once again feel the raw power of the jet as Sheldon lights those afterburners and rockets away into the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the Raptor's power loop to slow speed pass. The F-22 possesses the critical capability to maneuver at speeds and altitudes that make it virtually untouchable to enemy air and ground systems, even without using afterburners. Accelerating from 90 knots over 600 knots, shuttle will now roll inverted and pull down to a split position for the high-speed pass, showcasing just a fraction of the aircraft's super cruise and full speed capability. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for Freedom's Thunder on the High Speed Pass. The Raptor is dropping in for a maneuver known as the Hoover Pitch. This maneuver is a double knife edge separated by the inverted tuck, followed by a pitch. This is another great opportunity to capture the Raptor in your screenshots during our demonstration.
You can question my sanity, but I always had that strategy. I always had it. Yeah, you can peek behind the curtain through the fog. See for yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, named after the late legendary Bob Hoover, the Raptors Hoover Pitch. The Virtual Raptor demo team was founded in 2017 as a tribute act dedicated to the elite United States Air Force airmen of the 1st Fighter Wing and Joint Base Uses in Hampton, Virginia, and to the Air Combat Command's F-22 Raptor demo team. We strive to emulate the raw power and noise of the show, as well emulate the pride, precision, teamwork, and professionalism of its members. Ladies and gentlemen, repositioning from behind and overhead, shouting and setting up to bring you a maneuver we call the Cobra Strike. Coming in hot from the left, Sheldon lights up the sky with the flared out power loop. Ladies and gentlemen, for Sheldon's final pass into Raptor, he will once again showcase the raw power of the F-22. As the Raptor approaches show center, Sheldon will light this afterburners and aggressively pitch away from the crowd. Get ready to feel the power and witness extreme maneuverability in a deafening 360-degree tactical pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's demonstration. We hope you've enjoyed this brief display of only a fraction of the Raptors' full combat capabilities. As a key component of America's Air Force, your F-22 Raptors are ready to defend the Allied skies and dominate the battle space anywhere on the globe, ready to aim high, fly, fight, and win, anytime, anywhere. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Virtual Raptor Demo, and join our Discord server for an inside look into the Raptor Demo mission. On behalf of your Virtual F-22 Raptor Demo team, we thank you for your attendance, your patriotism, and most of all, your support. Raptor Nation, signing out.
All the blood that we're bleeding could fill up a broken heart. The secrets we're keeping could be used to light the dark. But we anti-gravity lock down humanity. Light insanity striking inside me. Whoa, whoa, it's the heartbeat of history. Whoa, lightning inside me. In the skeleton closet, you'll never know it. The secrets a prisoner inside. Na 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 na. Kaleidoscope truth from the ones who hold it, keeping the hostage alive. Na 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 na. All the blood that we're bleeding could fill up a broken heart. The secrets we're keeping could be used to light the dark. But we
All right, everyone, give Sheldon some love in the chat. That was a great demo. Give the whole team love, because it's really a team effort at the end of the day. I'm just gonna be pulling up my Q&A questions, and once they're up, we're gonna be bringing Sheldon in here for an interview. So just stand by one moment while I get those pulled up. Alright, I have the interview questions pulled up, and Sheldon is now in the VC with me. You can say hi, Sheldon.
Hey y'all, it's great to be here. Flying again with virtual air shows. It's yet another fantastic event you guys pulled off. It's great to be flying in a Japanese setting this time, and it was a beautiful day for a high show. How'd you guys like that, by the way? I can't really see the chat, Twazik.
Yeah,
Feel
I'm
free
looking
to.
at the chat. Just keep in mind, I messed up on the stream latency, so there is a slight delay. So they're probably just hearing you right now.
Yeah. We'll have a replay up later, without all the stream lag.
Yeah, we had a bit of a internet issue mid demo, which luckily didn't crash the whole stream. But yeah, so for the first questions, tell us about what you do. This can be, in the virtual setting when it comes to the Virtual Raptor. Just in general, what you like to do, like aviation-wise.
Absolutely. The Virtual Raptor demo team, we don't just fly Raptors around. Our aim is to inspire the next generation of American greatness. And how we do that is we post some creative content and host events. That's one of the newest things we're doing. For example, just not too long ago, we had an open house with a former Raptor demo pilot. We had Joshua Cabo Gunderson with us in the Discord chat. It was very insightful, very informative. It was aimed at promoting his idea of teaching leadership through the fighter pilot focus course. It's really awesome. I would highly recommend getting it if you have the time and the money for it. And yeah, it was all about one-on-one sessions with the community, getting people interested in leadership. Because in my view, leadership is just as important as jet fuel in aviation. And if as for that other side of the question, what I like to do personally, not just fly with friends on DCS World. I just like biking, doing some PT on the side, and yeah, just learn engineering, despite how painful it is.
Awesome. One, like, this isn't on my question sheet, but I think it's one that everyone would want to know. How was it flying for, like, the past real Raptor demo pilots?
Flying for Raptor demo pilots, it's been the greatest honor, not just for me, but for the whole team. It's been, an amazing 7 years seeing this team grow to where it is today, where it has the backing of real demo pilots, and I've been fortunate to become very good friends with Raz and Cabo as a result of flying with the Virtual Raptor demo team. It's truly an honor to have those guys watch us fly.
That's awesome. Well, tell us about the team, like how you got started.
Yeah, the team got started. Well, let's go back away from the team's origins, because it kind of started with me, really. I have been following the Raptor demo ever since its first season flying its full demo. I was like a shy 6-year-old kid in the crowd in Dayton, Ohio in 2008 when I first saw the Raptor, and I was immediately hooked on it. I was very fascinated by it. But I didn't really find a career in the Air Force intriguing until like almost a decade later. I thought I was set on flying airliners until like my high school years. So yeah, 2017. That's where I started the Virtual Raptor demo team within Infinite Flight's largest military organization. That's a mobile flight simulator, by the way. I started it within the Global Air Forces, and I started it with a good friend of mine who's still flying in DCS World today. That's Alex Warwolf Pineda. Shout out to you, man. So yeah, it's just been me and Wolf for a long time in Infinite Flight. Problem was, in Infinite Flight, there wasn't a vast virtual air show community, so we decided to go out and make our own, and it was really fun to fly. The F-22 Raptor there was really, really difficult to deal with. I mean, the thing did not have a flight control system, so when you put it into a post-stall state, you would have to fight it aggressively.
Yeah,
And that's been the VRDT spirit ever since then. We have to know our flight models so we can break it down and build the demo up with it. And that's the same thing we did in DCS. We had to dive deep into that flight model, know what tricks work and what doesn't, and that's sort of the result you see today. And in 2018, actually 2019, our team now has a presence on social media, and I had my first encounter with a F-22 demo pilot. That would be Paul Loco Lopez. I met him at Dover 2019, and he really motivated me to get Virtual Raptor demo up and running, because how we kind of crossed paths was I posted some video of me flying the demo in this other mobile sim called Carrier Landing HD, which has a really, really good Raptor flight model. And his team saw the video. Sam Eckholm forwarded to Loco, and I managed to impress him with it. So after that, it's been non-stop grinding with VRDT, building it up to where it is today. And I'm quite thankful to have inspired a lot of people to take up virtual air shows for a hobby with Virtual Raptor demo.
Awesome. I have unfortunate timing. I didn't even know this was happening. I have to quickly bring in groceries, but I'll hit you with the next question, and I should be back by the time you're done answering that one. It is, how long have you been flying the demo for, and what advice would you give to people wanting to get into virtual aerobatics?
Good question. I have been flying virtual aerobatics for close to a decade, really. It all started in an infinite flight for me, and I saved up money with part-time jobs and got myself a PC in 2021, and that's how I managed to really get myself into the the big boys game side of things in the DCS world, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and stuff like that. And my advice for those wanting to get into virtual air shows, just show up, bring your best, and I remember I see a patch right there on my my grandpa's old logos. It's from the army. It's from some infantry unit in the army. It says "Dare Your Best" on it. That's exactly what I would say to those willing to get into virtual air shows. You bring something unique. Bring the absolute best out of you possible. Whether it's you want to bring your friends together and lead a team, construct a very meticulous routine. And by the way, something sort of personal for me, fly an extra. There's a lot of general aviation acts that could be possible with DCS World, yet I'm not seeing them. I mean, I'm working on an extra 330 based act on my own, but I would most certainly love to see more general aviation acts on the DCS airshow circuit. And if I'm not mistaken, is Twazik back yet? Okay, no, he is not, so I guess I'll keep talking. Alright. Another point I'd like to make is that learn leadership. It's absolutely crucial when you're trying to build a team like I have, whether you're flying single ship or formation, know what makes a good leader. And I will keep, and Twazik still appears to be AFK. Okay, I'll probably look at the chat here and continue this.
Sorry about that, Sheldon. I am back.
I was getting worried about you for a second. I was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
don't leave me hanging."
I don't know if you heard me before I left. I got last minute called out to take groceries in from my car, so that is my bad. So, back where we were. What is your favorite maneuver and why in your demo?
100% the dedication pass. It's like a photo. It's got a just like a photo has 1,000 words attached to it. The dedication pass has billions of names attached to it. That's everyone who's served, everyone who's serving now, and everyone who plans to serve in the future. It's dedicated to every single one of them, and it's got incredible meaning. But other than that, a close second favorite would definitely be the 360 degree, the double 360 pedal turn. It's a Raz Larson. It's a Raz Larson Team 24 original. It was just implemented last year, and it's an all-around great way of demonstrating the Raptor. And it's a wonderful piece of what it means to maximize the F-22 demo.
Yeah, that is a great maneuver. The next question, this is like for one across all platforms that you've flown your demo on. What is your most memorable air show and why?
Definitely a great question. That would have to be the first DCS air show I flew with. It was the Sochi Invitational Air Show in February 2021. I just got my hands on the Granelli Raptor, and me and Wolf were like scrambling to get the demo ready. And we had a 10-minute slot, so it wasn't enough to fit a full demo in there, so we had to modify it. And the result was a pure rush of adrenaline. we made it happen. Both the Virtual Raptor demo and the Virtual Viper demo team, we both had a very similar start. That was our very first DCS air show, and I still remember it to this day.
That's awesome. I'll need to try and find that demo. Kind of interested to see, the comparison of then and now. That would be kind of cool to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but I think I have it somewhere on my iPad. I just got to find a way to post it. But the difference between then and now is that we haven't really figured out all the maneuvers yet. How to fly it with the SFM on the Granelli Designs Raptor.
That was
sorry
that I'm interrupting
yeah, so you can
but that was
understand
back
why I
when it
was
had the
kind of
flight
rushing
mode.
for it.
Or like that was back when it had the quote-unquote thrust vectoring before the update changed things. Or at least that would have been back then.
Absolutely.
Another question. What is the goal with your team? I mean, I think you kind of answered that in one of the other questions, but like, what is the overall goal with your team?
The overall end goal is to immortalize is to continue to inspire the next generation of American greatness or worldwide greatness, if rather, through just sheer engineering and air power. That's really the essence of the F-22. But the end goal, but one of the big end goals I have is to, the F-22. It's not going to be around forever. So I would like to see this team one day outlast the F-22, continue to immortalize it, continue flying great shows, and that's exactly why it'll start with me passing the torch to a new demonstration pilot sometime this year.
That is awesome. We're gonna check if anyone has posted any comments. I have noticed the one, so I'll just go off of the first one I've seen. Does Raz secretly fly the demo for you from Cuban, I believe?
No, it's just me. I just fly a lot like him.
Okay, we're not really.
I
we didn't
haven't
get
even
really questions. The next one is, why is the sky blue? Okay, we're off to a great.
Oh my
start.
gosh. Going back to the Raz thing, I would probably have to teach him how to fly the DCS Raptor first. Anyway, why is the sky blue? It's basically the atmospheric chemical composition, really. I think it has something to do with nitrogen. I can't really recall. I mean, I'm a private pilot, and I haven't really touched the weather section of my groundwork yet.
It's
I'm a
also
studying
probably
private
not
pilot.
Something like, even though they do teach the weather side, I don't know if they would teach the reason the sky is blue. But
yeah, in my many years in public school, I've heard it only like once or twice.
But I think that's all we have from audience questions. Is there anything you want to say to the people watching?
Absolutely. Live by the Air Force core values and integrity first, service before self, excellence in all you do. It'll take you very, very far in life, whether you plan to join the Air Force or not. Integrity, it's just being honest in everything you do, taking responsibility. Service before self. You lift others with your wings. Don't put them down. Don't belittle. Don't think you're the greatest pilot in the world, because humility is everything. And excellence in all you do. Just once again, like my grandpa's old infantry unit said, dare your best. Give it everything you've got. Full send.
Okay, now we're getting questions, but it's all related to specific demos. It's favorite Navy demo team, in parentheses, there is a right answer, and then there's favorite Marine Corps demo from Cuban, and it's in parentheses, virtual.
Favorite Navy demo team, was that real life or virtual?
For both, even though one said virtual, I would just go off of the real life one because, I feel like that's more of an interesting answer.
Okay. Real life Navy demo team, that would be the Rhino demo out actually both Rhino demos, they seem to fly the same profile.
I believe
But I'm
they
kind of
do.
partial to the East Coast Rhino demo, partly because I'm from Virginia, and I've seen it fly at its home base, and it's absolutely wonderful. And favorite virtual Marine Corps demo, it would definitely have to be the that one guy with an F-18. It's painted red and it does all the fancy moves and stuff like that. I don't know who that is.
You just described like half of the community. For legal purposes, that was a joke. But yeah, it is nice having more diverse shows on that topic, which we have been getting a little bit more diverse performers, so that's good. But yeah, I would have to agree on those ones. But other than that,
In all fairness, that was Cuban's demo I was talking about.
I know whose demo you're talking about. But that is all the questions I have for you, so I am gonna hand it off to Virtual Snowbirds now for the 2012 version of the CF-18 demo. We'll be getting their feeds shortly, so everyone stay tuned.
Go get him!
Good morning, Misawa. My name is Matthew Hines, Virtual Snowbird number 2, and the voice of the 2025 Virtual Snowbird CF-18 demonstration team. With me here today is our eyes and ears on the ground, today's safety pilot, Virtual Snowbird 1, Crank. Each year, the Royal Canadian Air Force CF-18 demonstration team presents a different theme. This year, the VSB CF-18 demo team is recreating the 2012 CF demo, themed The True North Strong and Free. The Royal Canadian Air Force has an important role in the North and operates in that region on a daily basis, conducting aerial sovereignty, defending the airspace by means of reconnaissance and surveillance patrol, carrying out search and rescue operations, and enabling operations home and abroad. Flying the Virtual Hornet today is our 2025 CF-18 demo pilot, Nicolas Gay, call sign Starbuck, from Quebec City, Quebec. Starbuck started his career in aviation as an aircraft maintenance technician and is now the aircraft modification coordinator for the Quebec provincial government fleet of aircraft. Since he was a young kid, his passion for aviation and the arrival of computers in the world led him to this journey of flight simulation that culminated in 2019 with the completion of his real-life private pilot's license. His passion for aerobatic flight, combined with flight simulation, ultimately led him to apply to the Virtual Snowbirds team in late 2023. Starbuck was selected by the team and flew as Snowbird number 5 for the 2024 season. Starbuck's goal for the 2025 CF-18 demo season is to replicate shows from different years to let you discover the evolution of the Royal Canadian Air Force CF-18 demonstrations as they pass through different culture eras from the early 80s up to more recent ones. So don't miss a show this year because each show display will be different. Now let's go live to the cockpit and check in with Starbuck. Hornet 1, Hornet's Nest, how do you read?
Hornet Nest, Hornet 1. Has you loud and clear. Good morning, Misawa. I'm Virtual Snowbird CF-18 demo pilot Starbuck from the cockpit of Hornet 01. We have beautiful weather for you today, and I'm thrilled to be with you for my first CF-18 demo performance and for the first team demo of 2025. I really hope you will enjoy the show. Je vous souhaite à tous un bon spectacle. Let's rock and roll!
Now let's get ready as Starbuck lights up the afterburners of the two F-404 engines, producing over 32,000 pounds of thrust. That's more thrust than all 11 Snowbirds aircraft combined as he performs the dirty takeoff roll followed by the Cuban 8. Constructing a CF-18 demo jet takes a talented team of specialists. The 2012 scheme was designed by Mr. Jim Beliveau and brought to life by aviation structure technicians from Fort Wing, Cold Lake, Alberta. The 2012 demo, Hornet features 13 individual snowflakes, each rendering an artistic impression of the distinctive aspects of the Canadian North. The scheme you see here is a digital recreation available for download on DCS user files by Jan 55. This next maneuver will show the incredible roll rate of the CF-18. Watch as Starbuck performs the double 540-degree roll. Watch for the change in direction halfway through this next maneuver. Many aircraft can perform a loop, but very few can perform one like the Hornet. Watch now as Starbuck sets up for the demanding square loop. During the downward portion of this maneuver, the aircraft will be in full afterburner, descending at over 30,000 feet a minute. After completing the maneuver, Starbuck will perform the very popular rudder roll reposition, where the aircraft rolls around its nose. Now, with a 6.5 G pull to the verticals, Starbuck in the square loop. Get your screenshots ready for this next pass, in which Starbuck will show off the top side of this beautifully designed and painted aircraft. On the right, Starbuck and the True North topside pass. I'll be the president one day. I got a word for your tongue. Really want as long as you want. I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. This next maneuver will demonstrate the agility of the Hornet in changing directions quickly, making it a hard target for adversaries. Starbuck will fly the aircraft at a minimum radius 360-degree turn. During the turn, the aircraft will reach over 6 times the force of gravity, or 6 Gs. This means that in the cockpit of the Hornet, the pilot's body will rise to nearly 1,200 pounds. Following the turn, Starbuck will pull and roll the aircraft in performing the high alpha loop. CF-18 repositions. The landing gear, a resting hook, and refueling probe will be extended. The air-to-air refueling capabilities of the Hornet, along with the CC-150 Airbus tanker, allows the Royal Canadian Air Force to deploy anywhere in the world. The next pass will demonstrate the awesome capability of the Hornet, even while flying in the landing configuration.
Girl, look at that body. I work out. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out when I walk in.
Watch as Starbuck rolls into the inverted position for the dirty inverted pass.
I'm sexy and I know it. I'm sexy and I know it.
The leading edge extensions, which are a unique design to the Hornet, allows the aircraft to fly at high angles of attack. In certain environmental conditions, we may be able to see the vortices of these extensions demonstrating the lift generated by this design feature. Starbuck will now set the CF-18 close to its minimum speed by using the power from the engines to help sustain lift. The CF-18 will be flying at a mere 100 miles per hour during the High Alpha Pass. Of Canada and the United States to our commitments to NORAD. The CF-18 squadrons can also deploy quickly to protect Canadian and Allied interests abroad. There it is, rolling off the top at 23,000 feet. While Starbuck executes the gracious spiral descent and sets up for the high-speed pass, we want you to know that flying the Hornet demo is a team effort in which would not be possible without the support of our families and friends. Starbuck would like to thank his wife, Melinda, his daughter, Gabrielle, and his son-in-law, Olivier. as the CF-18 is spiral descending and accelerating to the next pass. During this next pass, the CF-18 will be flying by at only half of its maximum speed, just below the speed of sound, approaching 1,000 kilometers per hour.
Myself is better not said. Now I'm closer to the
And now from the right, let's give it up for your CF-18 Hornet. Get your screenshots ready for this final pass of this beautifully painted aircraft. Let's give it a one more time for the CF-18 Hornet. Now, Starbuck is going to make a break to land close to the show line for a final flyby pass before landing. Because, hey, who doesn't like a good show-off pass? You know what? Talking of having fun and showing off, Here's Starbuck setting off again for a last full circuit before landing. With a nice low to the ground, full afterburner go around. Have you enjoyed today's demonstration? Do you want to learn formation flying and formation aerobatics? Visit us at www.virtualsnowbirds.ca and apply today. On behalf of the Virtual Snowbird team and the Virtual CF18 demo team, thank you for your enthusiasm, and we hope you have enjoyed the show as much as we have enjoyed performing for you today.
Alright everyone, that concludes Virtual Misawa Air Show. Tell us what you thought of that last demo in the chat. We will be hosting a vote for the best demo of the whole weekend in the Discord server. There will be a chat specifically made for this vote. The people with the most votes will win the spot. This isn't like an official competition. It's more of just a fun game to see what everyone liked the most. And it'll also help with future shows as well. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Have a good one.